Well, good morning, my friends. It is Saturday, 11:20, and I'm going to work for 3 days, and then I'll be off again for a day. Unfortunately, at my age, it doesn't really work, but what are you going to do when Hulk Hogan runs wild on you? Sorry, I just came up with. Anyway, today is Asteroid Day. Now, I don't know when or where, whatever, but supposedly there's a big old, well, not big, 31-mile asteroid that's passing closer than the moon and supposed to be, I don't know if it's visible, but anyway, there was a story about this asteroid that a guy posted, and its trajectory, and it's going to hit, and all that. Well, so far, no one's saying anything, and even if it was going to be that close, they probably wouldn't say it. So we have to sit back and watch. Now, there could be debris from it come in, and they're going to poo that away and say, oh, well, that was space debris, oh, that, oh, this, blah, 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 right? So don't 100% buy what the mainstream media says to you, because a lot of times, and in fact, Mike from Around the World was talking about this yesterday. So out there with all these apps and everything else, they have a thing called predictive programming through AI. And so they know what people where react to what. So in America, you talk about ET or something like that, whatever, pole shift, all these emojis, ha 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 ha, they're laughing, right? Well, that means that the people here don't take things seriously. So since they don't, you can post some stupid story that was on the news about, oh, the Ukraine, they got all these drones, and Russia is trying to get a hold of shotguns to shoot them down. That's the most ridiculous story I ever heard in my fucking life. Number one, if you're flying a drone up in the sky beyond a certain point, a shotgun ain't gonna hit it. But as far as a duck would be about that, okay? So that's not even gonna be happening. That's not even real. But it was in the news, in the regular news. So, believe it or not, my COPD's been doing a little bit better, but I began to realize why it's been doing better and worse and this or that. That I won't go into. Anyway, so with all that being said, Mike from Around the World, I did not subscribe to it, so I don't know yet, unless any of you guys got to watch it and knew, because he talked about the stone steps. It was a dream, 2013, 2014, and he didn't want to come out and say who he saw there, where it was, this, that, or whatever, okay? But from what he was talking about, it made me think of the United Nations, because that's where everybody in the world meets to make decisions about war, this, that, whatever. So, in my mind, that's what, and he kind of mentioned what it was without really saying it. Okay? So, just kind of funny how people were, talking about certain things, and then certain things happen. So, my idea is he's talking about the United Nations. If any of you guys out there happen to watch Pastor Paul Begley or Mike from COT, and you watched that webinar and you know what he was talking about, then feel free to tell me what it is. Because I'm going to tell you this again about webinars. I don't believe that pertinent information that everybody in the world should know should be on a private pay site like Patreon. Oh no, because the servers are more secure, and, well, maybe. And even though I understand some of what you're trying to tell me, I also understand that some people don't have money to give. So being on there and getting on people for not donating or not doing this, And I guess the way Patreon has their deal, there's no real way to know or to hack it. Like, you can't get the link and send it to me and it works. Somehow it only works once for that person and that's it. But anyway, that's kind of crazy because, like I said, pertinent information, it should be known, should be out there for everyone to know. Yes. Not on a pay site, not this, not that, whatever it is. So, his Stone Steps vision, I think, is something to do with the UN. It may not be, it might be somewhere else, but that's what my idea is. So, with all that being there, I wanted to pop a little video just so you guys saw me and realize I'm still here and everything else. There's a lot of things that are going on. A lot of things I won't talk about because I just won't. But, like I said, I will tell you what I feel within reason about whatever. If I put it in a video, it's in there because I did. If you ask me a question I don't want to answer, I'm not going to answer it. Plain and simple. So, with all that being said, we're starting today. This is the asteroid day, but so far, I don't even know when it's supposed to come in. Of course, you know the MSM, mainstream media, whisks safely by, but nobody knows that for sure. So we just have to sit and kind of wait. And it may not come in, but what might happen is it might very well blow up in the atmosphere and they're going to say, oh, that was space junk. That's just how it is. You're never going to get anyone to understand. And then, so all this stuff like Marshall Masters, Standeo, I forgot what his name is, him, these other guys, everything that these guys were talking about on that webinar, I already know about. I've studied enough and long enough to know what that stuff is, so I didn't need to know. The only thing I wanted to know was the Stone Steps. But oh no, we gotta pay to see it. Or be told that, oh, you know, and this, you gotta give me money. Hey, good dude, I understand you gotta make a living and that's cool, but I can't afford to give you $1. That's just how it is, okay? But especially after my last paycheck, I couldn't even give you 50 cents to watch that webinar. So, anyway, those two topics are happening. But the other thing is, there was a major attack on a U.S. base in Syria that Iran did, and it killed a U.S. serviceman. Right there, that is an act of war. Okay? You look at all the countries that are together. Iran, China, Russia, Syria, and where are they? They're all in the Holy Land, right? Isn't that where the Battle of Gog and Magog take place? Yes. So, it's all becoming closer and closer and closer. But, like predictive programming, which I wanted to say at the end of this, so when this whole thing began between the two countries, DEFCON 2 happened, like right then. Last time I did that was during Vietnam, right? Well, funny about that, because once people realized what it was, it slipped right back to DEFCON 3 and never moved again. Earthquakes, same thing. 7.7 come across the screen. Boom! 6.5. USGS downgrading so people don't get scared. That's what all those guys were talking about on that webinar. That I already know, see, so I didn't even have to go on there. So predictive programming. Best way to keep people calm is not do that. They want rid of certain social media sites. Why? Because they're giving out real info. I told you about that news site that I was watching. It was live, giving out real info. See what I'm saying? So they don't want that out there because people know what's going on. Instead of you sending us fluff or this or that. You know what I mean? So, that's just how the world is. But eventually you'll know and things will happen and then whatever. People walk around over here like it's all calm and everything. Nothing's going on, but there's a lot of things going on. So anyway, really that's about all I got to say. I'm going to be pulling over here in a minute. But I wanted to pop a video out just to say, hey, yep, that's me. I'm here and I'm doing videos still. So like I said, certain things I won't mention. Some things I will. But Mike from Around the World, I guess, is supposed to be some kind of a military specialist in something. That's all we know. And the interesting fact was he was at an earthquake point where I lived. So that was kind of interesting. Anyway, my friends, I'm about ready to get out of here. And so, I guess I will see you guys later. And you guys all hang in there and have a really good day. Peace.